Okay, once again, in continuation of that, in previous class, we were doing methodology, means how we are doing that DNA sequencing. There I told there are two types of DNA sequencing or methodology of this human project. What we have done in that, one is the estimated sequence text, that will be, that is, what is this? That will be where, my God. Okay, then once again, in continuation of that human genome project, we will start. Previous class we have done the two methods are there. Those two methods are there. ESTs. What is the full form of this? Estimated sequence tags. And here we have done sequence annotation. Means here what we are doing means when you know that when biotechnology chapter you will do. Chapter 11, you see that this method, whatever we are doing, the same method in that biotechnology we are doing. So you can understand easily when you will finish that chapter 11. Okay. So here we are telling, means here we are doing tag. Means we are just in first of all defining that which can be transcribed, which can be sequenced. So now then we are taking only those sequence. But here what we are taking, the whole DNA sequences we are taking as it is. Okay, we are not taking care of those are useful, those are harmful, whatever. We are taking all. So in that method, that is called we are doing the sequence of this. Now then, by the enzymes, that is also called molecular seizures, we are doing these fragments are there. These fragments we are using. Suppose these fragments are like this, like this, like this. Okay. Now then, that will be used by the. We are using some bacteria, BAC and YAC. I already told that BAC and YAC means yeast artificial chromosome and bacteria artificial chromosome, where you are using when one prokaryotic cell, other one eukaryotic cell. Okay, so in that we are making the numbers more numbers by using these hosts. And this means that we are attaching these factors, we attach with these chromosomes, and when these chromosomes replicate or DNA will replicate, these DNA fragments will also replicate. Then we are taking it out of the host cell, and then these fragments are further, those fragments, small fragments, then we have got number of copies are there. Then these fragments will be sequenced. Here how can we sequence? Because you know that a most widely used means that is this method. That is widely used or accepted by everyone. So then mostly we are using this one, not this one. Now then what we are doing here, these fragments when we have got more copies of that. Then one scientist was there, that is Frederick Sanger. That scientist was there. What he had done, he already had done that he sequenced number of genetic sequences. They have developed a method for sequencing. These base pairs or that is a bases. You can say amino acids also. All these are the amino acids. Triplet form we are taking the amino acid. So now then he had also developed some, means he is also sequencing amino acids in protein. Means they had developed that. So that we are using for sequencing these fragments, we are using Sanger method. In that Sanger method, when we are all these are automated, we are using automated method he had used. So now then we have done in that whole sequence, whatever fragments we have got, we sequenced. So now by these two methods we are using, that is methodology, two approaches are there for this sequencing these chemical sequences or genetic sequences. So now then here what we are getting from this project. What we know after finishing of this project, what we know that what we can, number of informations we have got from this method or from this project. As you know, in your book is also given, and we are taking from your book. All these points we are taking from your book. That is, first of all, we will see that the total, already I told, that is a number of how many genes we have got. After this project we have got near about 30,000 genes are there. While we are we were thinking that will be near about 1.5 lakhs, but we have got only, that will be only, we have got 30,000 gene. Their total, the 9 points are there. All these are simple. Only last point I will tell you them in detail. Now then second one, we have got that how many nucleotides are present in that human DNA. In human DNA, how many nucleotides we have got? 3164.7 million. Too much, right? That is a nucleotides. All of you know about nucleotides. So this number we are getting. This number 30,000 we are getting, that is genes. Then number of nucleotides we have got 3164. Now then when we talk about these chromosomes, all chromosomes are not same in size, same in a gene point of view. As you know, chromosome 1 is the largest, you can say, largest because they have got the largest maximum number of genes. So you see in your book is also given that number of genes are present in chromosome X, that is 2968. That is the number, chromosome number 1. You know that size wise we are the chromosome 1, 2, 3, 4, and then chromosome Y, which is in last. Now then chromosome Y, chromosome X, one number, and that is smallest, and it has got gene 231. We have to learn all these. Means by doing this project we came to know about all these informations. So now first we have got how many nucleotides, 30,000 genes are there, then 3164.7 million nucleotides are there. Then we have seen that largest, that is the largest chromosome, that is 2968 genes that contain. Now Y chromosome is smallest, 231. You know that will be questions are in board exam, these questions are expected. Now number of times it will be, and now you know nowadays A's part is there, that is a that is objective type. So in that objective type these two are there. Now the next, when we talk about the next information about that, 99.9% bases are nucleotides are same. Nucleotides are same. Only difference is there 0.1%. Only difference you can say 0.1% different. So you know that all we are same. 99.9% all nucleotides are same in our genome or in our DNA, right? Now that is also written there, means exactly they are same. Now the number next one is there, only 50%. Total we have got 30,000 genes are there. Out of these 30,000, only 50% genes are coding for, genes code for protein. Only 50%. It means 30,000 these are, only 15,000. You can say only 15,000 genes are there. Okay, now then one more information is there. Only 2%, here's the written in a book also, less than 2%. It's the points, all points are very important. Less than 2% of genome codes for protein. Right, means total DNA nucleotide 3164 point. So about this only 2% are coding for protein. Don't get confused in that. First line is there. Just see, you can see that one. The total means here the functions are unknown for over 50% of the discovered genes. Means whatever we have got, only 50% are, the 50% genes are, their functions are unknown. We are not knowing. Only 50% we are doing the exact function. right, about this. Now only 2% genes are coding for protein. Now total we have got the huge amount of genome, but only 2% are, only we are getting 2% of genome codes for protein. Now the next one, repetitive sequences are stretches. Repetitive sequences means you know that genes are there, number of nucleotides are there. So then we have got some are in you can say miss here, that is some nucleotides are just large amount, then here is small amount, then these are peak like, or these are also called satellites. In fingerprinting we will do again this one. So now these are the repetitions. So mostly we have seen these are the repetitive sequences. May suppose you can say A, C, G, C. Again that will be A, C, G, C. Again A, C, G, C. Means these are the repetitive sequence. So now in that when we study about all the whole genome, and then we see there are number of repetitive sequences, right? Or it is also called satellites. In fingerprinting, these are the very important, they are playing very important role. These you can say repetitive sequences, right? Now then one more is the SNPs. You see that SNPs, it's very, this year this question in board exam, SNPs. And then those means only few students they had done because they were thinking that is not means important. So they have overlook is that. So now then what is there? Single nucleus. SNP means SNP we are calling it. Otherwise that will be SNPs. Then that is called single. S for single. N for nucleotide. P for polymorphism. Polymorphism. What is this? It's very important. Single nucleotide polymorphism. That is in short, it is called SNPs. I is not there, but we are calling it SNPs. And this year, this time in exam, that SNPs are being asked in question paper. So then only few students they had solved this one. So now then that is what is this? So for understanding this, we have to go to chromosomes, right? We are talking about the 99.9 nucleotides are same, right? So when we see that one here, that we try to understand that one. That's very important. Single nucleotide polymorphism. Poly means many. Morphism means that is structure. So now what is this? Suppose that we have got chromosome. This chromosome is mine, right? One chromosome is another one. One chromosome, there will be 3 persons we are having, and that is having chromosomes, this one. 3 chromosomes. This one mine, this one we can say Abhay, right? Now then next one we can say Bharat. Okay, we have got all 3. Mine chromosome, Abhay and Bharat. Okay, 3 chromosomes are there. Now what will be there in that chromosomes? That is, nucleotides are there. 99.9% nucleotides are same. Means here, if we will draw with another pen, just we will see if it is working. Now this one, right? Now this one. Now this one. Means 99% are same. Only few means in difference in that 0.1% difference is there, and maybe those sequences here we can say A, C, G, and here T, right? Same are there. So here also A, C, G, and this one we can change it. Maybe it will be G again. Here we can say A, C, G, and this sequence we can see that will be, what can be, AC. What we'll find out here, we see that all are same. This nucleotide, this is nucleotide. This nucleotide we have seen, one nucleotide we have taken, that is the most of the then sequences are same. Here A is same, A is same, A is same. C same, C means that will all these three sequences are same. Difference in that is a T is there, G is there, C is there. Okay, so now then that will be the 0.1% different. Rest of all these nucleotides are same, whether it will be Abhay or Bharat or mine. It means all these are same, but in the last So these are called single nucleotide polymorphism. Means that is different. The structure is different here because of T, because of G, because of C. So now then, because of this last portion, others are same. So now then, that is a single nucleotide. We have taken only single nucleotide. In all three, we have taken single nucleotide. In that single nucleotide, we have seen that is a difference. That difference in one is having T, other one is having G, third one is having C. So now then these sequences are differentiate from each other, and that is called single nucleotide, only one nucleotide we are taking here. Single nucleotide polymorphism. Morphology, structure, because of this T, G, C, that is change, morphology is change. So now this phenomena is called single nucleotide polymorphism. Again beta, if you are not getting, then again I am telling, these are we have taken example of 3 chromosomes of different persons, and now we will see that what we have got in human genome, what we know from this project, then 99% of nucleotides are same, only 0.1% different. Now in all. So now then we are taking that single nucleotide we have taken, we will see all the sequences are same, but only last one is different, which will differentiate all three. Means they are, it will be differentiate from Abhay and Bharat. Abhay is also these from me and Bharat, a differentiate, and the Bharat is also having from me and Abhay, that is different, that 0.1%. So this is a single nucleotide polymorphism that is given, that is this year, that question from this portion only, very small portion, nobody thought about this, but it came. So this information means this information used for the process of the finding of chromosomal locations. Means if you will find out the single nucleotide, which nucleotide having means a different basis, when we know about by this Human Genome Project, we know about in which nucleotide they have got different sequence. So by using this one, we can use in another way. Sometimes we are using for revolution, sometimes we are using it for finding defect, sometimes we are using for diagnosis of the disease or treatment of the disease because of this. So now then this is last point, which is very important. Again means that here this information promised to revolutionize the process of finding chromosomal locations for disease associated sequences and tracing human history. Means we can find here the disease disorders, and then we can find out the treatment also. Once we know the region, we can find out the treatment also. So now then, first in any disease, first we should know what is the person is suffering from, which disease. When we know the region, so here we will see the region. So for this one we can take. So we know that region is the last sequence of this polynucleotide of all 3 persons, that is different from others. So now in that we can say that is, in this we can say that is what is single nucleotide polymorphism, which will be helpful in our medical science. So this is about the Human Genome Project, right? And later on we will do fingerprinting. As you know, that is the Human Genome Project. A RISE Genome Project also there, but it is not given in a book, only small portion we have got from somewhere. I will just give that notes for this RISE Genome Project, and you have to learn only, because whatever the method is given, the method is same, whether it will be RISE or it will be human being, okay, but only then whatever we have got from this RISE Genome, that is. So I will give note for that RISE Genome Project. Is there any problem in that? Just go through that again from your book and then you can ask, okay. In next class we will do fingerprinting, okay. So now then that will be the last topic of chapter 6, fingerprinting. So I hope then you have understood that one, what is very simple, why it is called mega project. The 2 classes are there. Early class, previous class I told why it is called mega project, then what are those countries which are contributing in that project. Third is that is how much cost will be there. Means when we are sequencing all those sequence or genome of human DNA, so how much cost will be there. So all these means regions we know, these regions we can say that is a mega project. Now then here the methodology is there. 2 methodologies are there. One are EST estimated sequence tags. Second one is called sequential annotation. So now then we are doing the different method. Sequential annotation method, that will be also in biotechnology. We will see that in what way. The same method we are using here. I have given in short, in your book also in short, but when you just go through the chapter 11, so then easily you can understand, you can write your own, because the whole technology is given in chapter 11. Now then after that we have got the by polymerization of these fragments, or when we are getting the more copies of segments, we will need to sequence. Now sequenced will be done by the using the Frederick Senger's method, automated sequencing. Now then that method he had developed for amino acids and in protein, and for this DNA sequence in DNA. So now then by using that technique, by that method, Senger's method, we sequenced it. Then we can store these data whatever we have got. So find out, we will see, I have done chromosome number 1. Earlier I told chromosome 13 years project is there. It should be completed in 2003, but only one chromosome was left to be sequenced. Now chromosome number 1, that is largest, as you know. Now then that will be only remaining. After that, means in 2006 it will was completed. So we see the chromosome number 1 largest, chromosome Y is the smallest. The genes are 2964, how many? I never learned this one, always I forgotten. That will be in the 2968. Chromosome, largest chromosome having the genes 2968, and Y chromosome having 231. Okay, this is about all about this genome. What are the objective? What we have got? What we have got? Means salient features of Human Genome Project. Their total are 7 are there, which I have told one by one. 7 or say how many are there? You can count that one. 9 are there. I told each and every, yes, I have told all. Okay, these are the total 9 are. One is there, or one more is there. Means the average, second point you can see in your book also. The average genes consist of 3000 bases, but sizes are greatly, I told that the sizes are different. The largest known human gene is, में सबसे बड़ा जीन साइज में, तो जीन्स में है सबसे बड़ा जीन साइज में. Now that is dystrophin. Dystrophin is a protein. You know, in class 11th we have done disorders. In muscular locomotion movement we have done then disorders, and that we have done the muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy, what is coming from? Dystrophin. Dystrophin is a protein. So now then that is will be, that gene will be in, means that is defective, so that they are causing disease, muscular dystrophy. Now here we will see the only dystrophy protein we are saying, which gene coding for dystrophin protein, that is largest in size. Okay, this one point was left, I think, and rest of the points, all points we have covered here. Yes. Now the repetitive, I told repetitive sequences in fingerprinting. We'll see again what are those repetitive sequences. Means that is a sequential annotation. It will be also in chapter 11. Again we will do, and then repetitive fragments we will do in fingerprinting also. Okay. So now I hope then you understand that. Okay, you understood that. Now the next we will do fingerprinting.